media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Hello, what's up and welcome. My name is Dennis Luby. I'm super excited. I got Llori Sharpe. Young lady used to ride for Kenyan SRAM and now she's made the move over to Legion.
My name is Llori Sharpe. I'm a cyclist for Legion of Los Angeles from Kingston, Jamaica. I'm 23 years old, turning 24 later this year. I've been riding for maybe professionally, this is going to be my third season. So I've been doing sport pretty much all my life. I was just really active, and then I didn't start competitive swimming until I was about 6 or 7. My swim coach at the time, she suggested that I try my hand at triathlon. So that's how the bike came into the picture, and I did triathlon for about 3 years. Cycling just really piqued my interest and I wanted to take that more seriously. The opportunity came with when I got to sign for Canyon SRAM Generation. It's just been cycling nonstop since then.
So you grew up in Jamaica. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I had I would consider a pretty normal upbringing. I mean, I grew up with both my parents. Even though I do have siblings, they're way older than me, so I really grew up as an only child. Yeah, my parents, they were pretty involved in both my athletic and academic life. So I always had their support in anything I did.
How did you, get to the point where you got the attention of Kenyan SRAM?
Right. So back in 2021, I think it was maybe July, August, thereabout, I saw on their Instagram page like this application for the new team that they were forming, the content team, Canyon SRAM Generation. I applied because honestly, I have nothing to lose. If I get it, great. If I don't, I can move on. So they had that application period from July to like late August. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting much out of it. I just applied for applying's sake. But then a few months later, I think maybe like October or thereabout, I was contacted by who would then be the DS of the team, saying I was shortlisted and I should expect like a sort of interview meeting sort of thing with him, maybe in the next couple weeks. And he stuck to his word. So like 2 weeks later, we arranged to meet up on Zoom. And at first I thought it was, like having been a part of the shortlist, okay, this is going to be like another interview to maybe reduce the number of girls from the selection pool. But no, it was actually like him saying, yeah, I made the team, like actually confirming that I was being selected for the team. So that was surprising. Yeah, and that's how Canyon SRAM Generation, like my spot on the team, came about.
What was that experience like being in Europe?
Honestly, it was nothing short of eye-opening. Like that's the best sort of description I can say in terms of making the jump from just racing locally and regionally to going over into the European peloton. It's just a whole new experience. Like the level of the riders is way higher than anything I've ever experienced. So that was very shocking for me. But luckily, like I had teammates who were kind of, because we're all from all over. I had teammates who were in a similar situation, so we kind of formed that sort of bond in that regard. And also, luckily, where we were based in Girona, I had Tennille Campbell from Trinidad and Tobago, like literally living up the road from me. She became a friend and provided guidance and advice and all of that. So it was really nice having her there.
And what was the biggest race that you done?
This 7-day stage race we had, like it was the last race of the season last year, in France, Tour de Ardèche. Okay. I think that was the biggest and most demanding race I've done. I'm more of a climber. Well, we mostly did like hilly races. I think of all the races we did throughout the 2 seasons, there were like only 3 or so flat races because they were in the Netherlands and Belgium. Everything else climbing. For the first season in particular, because we were kind of like feeling out like what our strengths were, there weren't really like designated roles per se. I mean, because we're all we were all coming from, well, not all. I mean, there was my teammate from Paraguay. She's pretty seasoned in the European peloton. I think that she's been there since 2017 or thereabout. She's a pretty seasoned rider, relative to the rest of us. So I was grateful to have her on the team because she also provided a good bit of guidance. So it was more so about each of us getting comfortable and developing as riders and then progressing into being assigned roles. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you figure what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. If you could pick a moment, like what would you classify as probably the most iconic climb, or even though you were suffering or whatever, and you said like, "Damn, that was awesome."
In that same race I mentioned before, Ardèche, like I was suffering. Trust me. At some points, especially when the peloton kind of, cooled down a bit and we weren't like, it wasn't like pushing way too hard. I
Yeah.
got to take in what was around me. So that was pretty nice. I don't remember which particular stage it was. That race, and then there's another stage race we did. That one was 5 days in a place in an area in Spain called Andalusia. That's another race I really enjoyed because of the scenery and just the people that you got to interact with while you were there. I really enjoyed my time in Spain. Hopefully, maybe as when I get a break from racing or so, when there's like a lull in my season here, maybe
Hmm.
if I get the chance, I'll go over.
So now we got to get into like this is hot news for me. So you're racing for Legion now, and I
Yeah.
was like, she's leaving Europe to go race for Legion in the US of A. When it seems like most people like want to do the opposite and go from the US to
Yeah.
Europe. So like, how did that come about?
At the end of my season last year, my contract with Canyon SRAM was kind of up in the air. But Justin had actually reached out to me before asking like if it's confirmed that I'll be staying with the team, and at the time it wasn't like for sure, so I couldn't like provide him with a definitive answer. But then a couple months later, I was saying, yeah, I won't be with them anymore, and he was interested in signing me. So of course I'm gonna take it up. I mean, it's Legion. Who wouldn't? I'm extremely excited for the season ahead and
Hmm.
what I can contribute to the team and just what's in store for me for the 2024.
I was looking on what is it called? What?
Pro cycling stats.
Yeah, Pro Cycling Stats. There you go. Yeah, I look at it
Yeah.
every day and I can't, and I messed it up like that. But I only saw two ladies, like yourself and
Hmm.
like, is that the team right now, or is there more members that
Right.
just not on there?
So in total, there are four of us
Okay.
on the women's side, four of us on the women's side, and I believe seven on the men's side.
Are you going to be okay with that transition from doing lots of road races to criteriums now?
Yeah, I think I will be. Especially given the experience level of this team and them being able, more than able, to provide guidance and like just lead me in the right direction,
Hmm.
honestly. But I believe having signed with this team and their level of expertise, it should be a smoother transition than had I signed with another one.
Do you have
Yeah.
any idea what your calendar looks like yet?
For the time being, I'll be doing some local races. I actually have one this weekend, the following weekend, and then I'll be racing with the team in, I think, at Race Valley of the Sun,
Hmm.
and then we might be doing Redlands.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh
I'm guessing the race this weekend is CBR.
yes, 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 you're right.
The big thing that Legion has become synonymous with is Toast of Tough. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, of course. I'm looking forward to everything.
Okay.
Especially with it being all new. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to everything.
So I should say like is it like a highlight?
Yeah, especially as you said that, yeah, probably like the highlights of their calendar. All the races are important, but let's say this one's like
Yeah.
A plus race.
Yeah. It's like the Tour de France almost of criteriums in the USA.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How do you see the future of cycling in the Caribbean, particularly for female cyclists?
I do think there is the potential for growth, of course, because the interest is there.
Hmm.
It's just to keep those girls interested, whether that's more racing or just ensuring that there's a comfortable environment for them to not just maybe feel accepted, just to feel normal, I guess, in a space that's male dominated.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can feel uncomfortable, to be honest. I mean, when I first started cycling, I was, and kind of still now, pretty much the only girl there. So at first, you're like, do I want to continue? Because I do want to see an increased participation among in cycling among the girls and women there. I think it's because the Caribbean isn't all that cycling friendly for the
Hmm.
most part. People don't really like see it as as something to pursue for the most
Hmm.
part, especially girls. I think once we try to start developing a cycling culture, it will be a bit easier to get the girls interested and keep them interested.
Definitely. I totally agree. It's been so cool talking to you. I really appreciate.
Yeah, likewise.
Seven Year Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.